Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Davis Events Center for tonight's North Division matchup between the East Mississippi Lions and the ICC Indians, as ICC getting ready to take the floor about 7 or 8 minutes ahead of action from the Davis Events Center here in Fulton. I'm Jordan Smith alongside Jim Ingram. Adam Gore steering the ship for us tonight for tonight's round ball action from here in Fulton. Jim, ICC coming off a loss on Monday night, a game in which they played pretty well up in Senatobia against Northwest. But again, as we saw a couple of weeks ago, it was the free throw bug and it was the turnover bug that really bit them in the rear end.
No doubt about it. I believe we had 21 turnovers the other night. And we mentioned first game we shot below 50% free throws. Against Northwest, we shot about 57%, so we're shooting only about 53% for the year. We got to improve there and make some strides.
East Mississippi, on the other hand, coached by Billy Begley, come into the contest at 1-0. They knocked off Northwest on last Thursday night, so they were not in action on this past Monday. They played last Thursday, won a home matchup against Northwest 77-74. So one common opponent there between ICC and East Mississippi as they come into play tonight. This is the Davis Ford pregame show. Glad to have you here with us. So go visit our friends at davisfordautosales.com to check out all the nice vehicles they have down there at Davis Ford. Jim, when you look at this game tonight, we talked about turnovers, we talked about free throws. We're going to get the starters here in a few minutes. A little bit different starting lineup for ICC tonight, but what are some of those keys to victory if Coach Eric Bozeman and his guys want to come away with their second win on the home floor?
You know, we talked about this the first game also, but we got to improve the free throw line, but got to play good defense. Cannot turn the ball over. We're turning it over too much. Defensive rebound is key against a very good East Mississippi team. I think defensive rebounds the main key tonight.
We'll go ahead and take a look at our starters before we take that first break of the night here in the Davis Ford pregame show. We'll start out by looking at East Mississippi. These starters brought to you by our good friends in Tupelo, Buddy Long, and Coca-Cola. East Mississippi will start Danny Washington at guard, a sophomore, 5'11", 170-pounder out of Greenville High School. He averages 13 points per game, or I guess I should say he scored 13 points per game last week against Northwest. Also at guard, Blake Butler, a 6'4", 205 freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky. He also scored 13 points in last week's matchup. Beside him, another guard out of Louisville, Kentucky, separate high schools.
That's right.
The two guys out of Louisville there for East Mississippi tonight. Hunter Mccutchen, a 6'2", 175 freshman guard out of Louisville Fairdale High School. He draws the start for Coach Begley tonight, him and the Lions. Elijah Newsom will draw a start at forward, a 6'4", 200-pound freshman out of Lucedale East Central High School. Newsom will draw the start at the 4 spot, and rounding out the starting lineup will be Ja'Cory Smith. Ja'Cory Smith, the 4th sophomore in the starting lineup at 6'6", 225 out of Raymond High School. Smith went for 20 points a couple of weeks ago, or last week that is, against Northwest. So at guard, Washington, Butler, and Mccutchen. At forward, Newsom and Smith. Flipping the page and taking a look at ICC, a starting lineup that's going to be very different from what you've seen in the opening 2 games of the year. One consistent guy you've seen there so far has been Rod Jones, and he will draw a start tonight at the guard spot. 6'1", 160 freshman out of Albany, Georgia. Jones comes into the night averaging 12.5 points per game. Deshawn Berry, a freshman out of Hulka, at 6'2", 195, will draw his first career start for the guys in the blue and red tonight, as well as Walter Hamilton will draw his first career start for the Indians. Hamilton, a 6'9", 200-pound freshman out of Potts Camp. Also in his first start for ICC, another freshman, a 6'4", 175 out of Biggersville High School, Hunter Stacy, who has really come onto the scene well for ICC through the first 2 games. He draws his first start tonight for the Indians. And rounding out the starting lineup for ICC will be Shermontis Mitchell, one of the vet guys on the team out of Provine High School. Mitchell at 6'5", 215. He rounds out the starting lineup. So for ICC at guard, Jones, Berry, and Stacy. At forward, Mitchell, and at center will be Walter Hamilton. Coach Eric Bozeman, Coach Tyrone Fox will lead the Indians tonight. They are stepping up in place of Coach Grant Pate, who is out with an illness, at least for the first part of this season. Coach, our prayers continue to be out for you, and we're going to hope the guys go out and get you that second victory of the year. That's the starters for tonight's matchup between ICC and East Mississippi. This is the Davis Ford pregame show. We are going to take a break and come back after the festivities, the opening ceremonies, if you will, here from Fulton. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Both teams have taken the floor here in the pregame. This is the Davis Ford pregame show from Fulton as East Mississippi goes on the road for the first time this year, I believe. They're here in Fulton to face off against ICC. As we take a look at the MACJC North standings, Northeast on top at 2-0, East Mississippi right behind them. They've only played 1 game at 1-0, and then behind is Holmes, Northwest, and ICC all at 1-1, Kahoma at 0-1, and Delta at 0-2. Well, typically, Jim, as we've talked about in our previous broadcast, with the way structure works, the women are on the road, the men are at home, and then vice versa. Well, tonight, the women not being able to play due to some COVID issues with East Mississippi's team, I believe, so the women not in action, but we'll see them again next Thursday night as they host Northeast here at home.
Certainly hope we get to play next Thursday night. Like you said, our women have not played in over a week, and they're ready to play.
We're going to take one final break here at the Davis Ford pregame show. We'll come back with basketball action from Fulton right after this. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy.
Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
There's the starting lineup for ICC. Again, it is Rod Jones, Deshawn Berry, Walter Hamilton, Hunter Stacy, and Shermontis Mitchell, the starting five for Coach Eric Bozeman's Indians. For East Mississippi, Danny Washington, Blake Butler, Hunter McCutchen, Elijah Newsom, and Ja'Cory Smith for Coach Billy Begley and his Lions. Jim, you take a look at that starting five for ICC. There's four brand new, fresh names there. Four freshmen, Rod Jones, Deshawn Berry, Walter Hamilton, and Hunter Stacy. They got one vet there in Shermontis Mitchell. That's a young crew.
Very young crew. Of course, Coach Bozeman will play probably 12 deep tonight, plays a lot of players. Trying a new starting lineup tonight. We'll see if it works.
Time for the First American National Bank opening tip. It looks like it'll be Walter Hamilton to jump for ICC, and ICC wearing the home whites. East Mississippi in the road black. That looks like it will be Ja'Cory Smith to jump for the Lions. Hamilton jumps and wins the tip for ICC, and they'll retain possession to open tonight's contest. Man-to-man set for East Mississippi to open up. ICC with Hunter Stacy, dribble drive, kicks out to Tremontis Mitchell for three. Mitchell in and out, no good, and East Mississippi secures the rebound. So into the front court comes East Mississippi. Running the show at point guard, Danny Washington. Pass picked off by Tremontis Mitchell out in transition. Layup off right side is no good, but foul in the process. And all right, we talked in the pregame about one of the keys. Let's get to the free throw line. Let's have success there. Tremontis Mitchell, who shoots it at only 33%, is going to have his first opportunity here of the night.
He's going to prove tonight.
And they put 14, D'Antonio DeLoach, up for the foul, but it should have been on 2, right?
They're changing, I believe, right now.
Danny Washington. I was going to say, DeLoach was not in the starting lineup, so we've got a problem somewhere if it was on him. There's the first free throw by Mitchell. It back irons straight up in the air, comes down through the hoop, and good for Tremontis. Second shot, back iron, no good. 1 of 2 off the free throw line for Tremontis Mitchell, and ICC takes the early lead at 1-0. East Mississippi down the lane, left side layup, back glass no good, but out there for the offensive board and the putback, Elijah Newsome, right place at the right time, and East Mississippi's taking the lead at 2-1. Very athletic group on the floor for Coach Billy Begley and his Lions as they sit in the half-court man-to-man defense. ICC swings the ball around the perimeter, up top with Rod Jones. Had a good shooting night last Monday against Northwest. He drives there off the glass right side. Good look for Jones, and he's into the scoring column for the Indians. Gives them back the lead at 3-2.
Nice layup by Rod.
Penetration off the right side for Washington. He finishes with the right side, and just back and forth we go here early on as East Mississippi finding some success down the right side of the lane. Jones with the ball, working off a screen from Hamilton. A little give and go, now back up top to Barry. Barry with the left hand, fights through some contact, puts it up, whistle, and that's a blocking foul. That one will go against East Mississippi as pretty easy call there. Feet were not set, leaned over into it, and that will take Barry to the charity stripe.
Jordan, I like what we're doing. They're playing very hard man-to-man. We're driving the lane, going for layups the last 3 or 4 possessions.
Foul goes on Ja'Cory Smith. Smith, the 6'6", 225 sophomore, had 20 points last Thursday against Northwest as first free throw by Barry is in and out, not there. You've seen that from ICC early on, though, this year. They've been a team that has liked to penetrate the lane, get in there, play physical. And Deshawn Berry, you just look at him. He's only a freshman, but he's cut up. He's built well. His body style is one of those styles that you'd expect from a slasher. That's what he brings to the offensive end. Washington, air ball, no good, rebounded by Hamilton. And here comes ICC out in transition. Jones with the basketball, goes to his right, now spin move, top of the key to the left, and he lost it. Ball's fought for, now controlled by Mccutchen and East Mississippi. Pulls up at the top of the key, kicks out left side for 3, in and good. Off the left side wing for Butler, one of the freshmen out of Louisville, picks up the first 3-point basket of the night. 7-4, East Mississippi leads, 17:45 to play in the first half. It's a back-and-forth battle so far here tonight. Barry operating to his right, out top to Stacy. Stacy goes right, now back left, looking for somewhere to go with the basketball. Dribble drive, goes up floater, off front iron, no good, and East Mississippi again with the rebound. Skip pass up top to Mccutchen, goes back to his left. Now another skip pass, bounce pass at the goal. Now up top for 3, straight on, and again, good out top. Ja'Cory Smith finds 3 from straight on. Good looking shot there by the sophomore.
Good ball movement by East Mississippi.
7-0 run for East Mississippi to take the lead at 10-4 at the 17-minute mark. As ICC just kind of struggling for that identity on offense right now. Screen by Hamilton. Jones pulls up from a step behind the elbow, and it hits the bottom of the net. Good looking shot there for Rod Jones. He is developing as a shooter right here before our eyes early on in the season. Man-to-man defense for ICC. As 3-point basket is up off the back iron, goes over the rim, over the back glass by Blake Butler, out of bounds. And ICC will get possession.
Jordan, East Mississippi is playing a very tight man-to-man. We're not able to get our 3-point shots off. Maybe we'll get some rotating, some picks, and get some easy baskets.
Substitutions on the floor for East Mississippi as we see Ja'Cory Smith comes off. And Tremont Pittman checks into the game. Pittman, sophomore out of Meridian for the Lions. Drive off the right side by Jones. Fakes the shot, kicks out top to Deshawn Berry. Three-point basket, no good. Rebound by Walter Hamilton, and Hamilton goes up, and he's fouled on the putback attempt. Well, Hamilton is almost a head taller than everybody on the floor right now. He got in position on the rebound, and that's how you coach those guys. Is you get that rebound, you're the biggest guy on the floor, go back up with it. You're going to get fouled the majority of the time, and that's what happened there for Walter Hamilton. Foul on Tremont Pittman, just checked into the game. That's his first personal. First free throw by Hamilton, back iron, no good. That was Hamilton's first free throw attempt of the year. Second shot by Hamilton, rolls around and goes in. So Hamilton 1 of 2 off the line. Jim, we talked pregame about the free throws and the importance for both teams. ICC comes into the night shooting it at 53.5%. East Mississippi was at 45.5% as a three-point shot by Mccutchen is good, and East Mississippi is hot from deep early on as we have a whistle. They are going to verify that was a three-pointer. But 3 threes for East Mississippi in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Jordan, we're 3 for 6 from free throw line. Need to improve.
13-7 at the 16-minute mark. East Mississippi with the lead as it's been the same 5 on the floor for ICC so far. Mitchell, top of the key, left side, pull-up jumper, back iron, no good. Hamilton there for the rebound again. Kicks out top and lets Deshawn Berry reset the offense. Good job there by Hamilton getting in that position for the rebound. Jones against the man-to-man defense, pulls up for 3. He's back iron, no good. Now East Mississippi controls the rebound. Up the floor comes Butler off the right side, kicks left. Now Mccutchen with it, coming back to his right again. Pulls up from a step inside the three-point line, no good. And Walter Hamilton just cleaning up those boards left and right. Hamilton with another. Jones in transition into the lane, right side, puts up off the glass,
Great
in
effort.
and good as he fights through 2 guys. Rod Jones leads all scoring with 6 points here early on. Gibson kicks down into the corner, now back to Mccutchen, who goes to his right side to the logo. Pass again to Gibson, and Gibson just rolls around with the right side and lays it right over the top of the rim. Arico Gibson scored 13 points in the matchup against Northwest earlier. Did not draw the start tonight, though, for the freshman from Memphis. Jones sensing some trouble, lets the offense reset, goes away from the screen from Hamilton into the middle of the floor again, lost control of the ball. Now it's being fought for, whistles, and the jump ball and possession arrow points to East Mississippi. And substitutions now as Hunter Stacy will check off the floor. We will see Brandon Brown check into the contest. Brown leads ICC in scoring at 14 points per game. The sophomore out of White Station High School in Memphis. Has some confusion about who had the ball there. Finally, they get it reset, but possession arrow did favor East Mississippi. 15-9. East leads it at the 14:25 mark in the first half. Whistle foul. That's going to be a moving screen against Antonio Gibson Jr. Easy call there right in front of the official in front of ICC's bench. That is a turnover, and ICC gets the basketball. 4th team foul on the Lions. No fouls so far for ICC as we see Gibson comes off the floor. Subbing on for the first time tonight will be Chris Lewis. For ICC, we'll see TJ Wallace check into the game. He'll sub off Rod Jones. Nice opening 5 minutes for Rod Jones as he leads all scoring with 6 points. So Brandon Brown slides back over into that point guard slot that we've been used to seeing him in. He walks the basketball up the floor. Wallace off the right side, gives to Barry. Now back to Brown off the right wing. Shamontis Mitchell, top of the key, back to Wallace, who goes left side, skip pass down low to Hamilton, and now back out right wing to Brandon Brown. Brown, 10 seconds on the shot clock, working against a double team. Goes left side to Wallace, the sophomore out of Amory, kicks back up top to Brown, who dribble drives right side, fights through contact, goes up, and is fouled at the 3-second mark on the shot clock.
Great penetration of Brandon Brown. You mentioned he didn't start tonight, averaging a double-double so far this year. We need him to give some points tonight. We'd love for him to get double digits and rebounds also.
That foul goes against Hunter Mccutchen, his first personal. So 1 for Pittman, 1 for Washington, 1 for Gibson, 1 for Mccutchen, and 1 for Smith. So they have 5, but they've spaced them out evenly here so far. Brown's first free throw is in and good. So that cuts the lead to 5 at the 13:56 mark as Brandon Brown looks for his second free throw. Second shot up, rolls around in and good. So 2 free throws off the line there for Brandon Brown. And for a team that's not shot it very well, that's where you want to see it improve. You want to see your veterans improve. That'll make those freshmen try to live up to that. 15-11, East Mississippi leads, holds possession of the basketball. Pittman with it, 14 seconds on the shot clock, driving right side of the lane, contact. And they're going to say contact came before the travel. The foul is going to go against ICC's Walter Hamilton. His first personal, team's first. Foul was on the floor, so no free throw opportunity here for the Lions. Pittman will throw it in from the near side under the goal, looking for somewhere to go. Has to come all the way out top to Romeo Sanders. Sanders goes back right side to Pittman, and now they reset the offense at 15 seconds on the shot clock. Brandon Brown defends him, working off a pick to the left side. Pittman drove left and just threw it out of bounds. Was trying to get it back over to Chris Lewis in the corner. Lewis penetrated. Pass went right past him out of bounds, and ICC forced the turnover.
13:20 left in the first half, 15-11, East Mississippi up.
It's been half-court man both ways all the way through here so far tonight. As TJ Wallace picks up his dribble out top to Barry to reset the offense. 15 on the shot clock as Mitchell rolls to his right. Now back into the hands of Brandon Brown. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chris Lewis, tight defense on him. Goes right, now back left, loses his dribble at the elbow. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and they say it's off Chris Lewis of East Mississippi. ICC holds possession, but there's 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So Coach Bowes will have to signal in one of those quick shot plays here. You got time to catch it and shoot. No more than 1 pass, though, in for the Indians. Pass comes into Deshawn Berry, who fades away for 3. Didn't hit anything. That'll be a shot clock violation. It's a good defensive possession there for Coach Begley and his East Mississippi Lions. Pittman picks up the dribble, top of the key, looking for somewhere to go. Now left side, gets it over to Sanders. Sanders back to Lewis. Lewis back to Pittman, who operates off the near side wing. Try to get the ball back to the center of the floor. Big man out top. Now is going to kick off left side again. Picked up the dribble was Roberts. Roberts gives to Lewis, who dribble drives in. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound is a scrap for it. And there's a whistle away from the ball, I believe. So the whistle was after the rebound. I believe they got Hamilton.
They did.
They got Hamilton again. So only 2 team fouls for ICC, but both of those are against Hamilton, and that's going to trigger the substitution as we see Gary Hoskins check into the game for the Indians for the first time tonight. Hamilton will sub off, and I would doubt we see him anymore here in the first half. Good inbounds play goes to Romeo Sanders out top, who buries the 3. And 4 threes here early on in this one for East Mississippi. 12 of their 18 points have come from behind the stripe.
18-11, East Mississippi up on ICC. 12 minutes left in the first half.
They only shot it at 33% against Northwest last week, but tonight they're hot from three-point range here early on. Maybe they'll use those up here early in the first half. Wallace, dribble drive, kicks corner to Mitchell. Back to the right side, and again, just nothing happening early in the shot clock. It's coming right down to the wire every single possession as Brandon Brown kicks to Mitchell, left side wing for 3, iron, no good, and just simply nothing happening on that offensive possession for ICC. But they got bailed out. It's a foul 15 feet away from the rebound. That's going to go against East Mississippi.
I believe Deloach got it.
It is on Deloach, his first personal, team 6th. But a little foul trouble here early on for the Lions. They're already at 16 fouls as Mitchell will check out. Isaiah Thompson, another freshman from Amory, checks into the game for ICC. And he immediately gets the basketball, a give and go, and a little confusion there as Barry thought he was getting that one. It looked like it was designed to go back to Barry, but nonetheless, reset of the offense. Skip pass to Barry, up top to Brandon Brown. 8 on the shot clock. Wallace, left side wing, back to Brown, 5 on the shot clock. Wallace gets it, 3 on the shot clock, puts up a 3, no good. Barry there for the rebound, goes back up with it, and is fouled in the process. Smallest guy on the floor there, Deshawn Berry at 6'1", gets the rebound, goes up with it, is fouled, and will go to the free throw line. There is a timeout on the floor. East Mississippi leads at 18-11 with 11:21 to play. We'll take that timeout. We'll be back right after this message. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Back here in Fulton as East Mississippi leads ICC 18-11 with 11:21 to play. Deshawn Berry will go to the free throw line for the second time tonight. As Jim, the story I would say of the first half so far has been ICC's inability to make anything happen in a half-court set. As it's been a rushed shot at the very end of every possession.
It has been.
Berry misses the first. Upcoming will be the second. 17 fouls on East Mississippi. So ICC shooting the rest of the way through. Second free throw up and good by Berry. So 2 of 4 off the line here so far for the freshman. He'll check out after that, and we'll see our first appearance from Rodarian Pendleton on the night. Pendleton, the sophomore out of Provine High School, checks into the contest. 6-point lead for EMCC as Danny Washington is back in at the point guard position for the Lions. Give off to Lewis, now back to Washington out top, working off a screen. Good job by Hoskins to pick up and help side defense. Now kicks off right side corner to Roberts with 12 on the shot clock. Roberts nowhere to go, finds his man off the right side baseline, puts up a floater in and good. Elijah Newsome out of East Central High School finds his 4th point of the night and extends the lead to 8 points. ICC just struggling to make anything happen early in the shot clock, already to 15 and having to reset again. Out top is TJ Wallace. Wallace kicks off to Pendleton, who thinks about the 3. Now back to Wallace with 8. Wallace gives back to Pendleton, left side wing, pulls up for 3. Back iron, no good. Brandon Brown with the rebound, fighting through contact, goes up, and they got him for a double dribble.
And it was, believe it or not. Great effort by Brandon Brown, but he did double dribble underneath.
That's been the offense, though, so far tonight. It's been a forced shot late in the shot clock.
Right.
Luckily, ICC's done a good job on the glass and got some putbacks and some fouls by that. But in strict half-court sets, they've struggled here so far through the first 10 minutes. EMCC with an opportunity for the first time tonight to stretch the lead to double digits on this possession. This pass goes down low, low court set, whistle. As Brown reached in to try to steal it away. We'll see if they got Brown or Thompson. And they're going to say Thompson got him in the back, which forced the ball to be knocked loose. That's Thompson's first personal, team's 3rd. Reset the shot clock to 20 seconds, and it'll be another possession here for EMCC. Entry pass comes to Roberts. Ball's knocked loose by Isaiah Thompson off the left side. He'll lay it up. Excuse me, that's TJ Wallace. Wallace with his first points of the contest lays in off the left side. Out in transition and cuts the lead back to 6.
Good job by Wallace. As you mentioned, cuts us to 6. 9:50 left in the first half.
Ball knocked loose again. Pendleton with the save. Gets it back to Wallace, and Wallace allows for things just to reset back with Brandon Brown. 2 consecutive turnovers by EMCC, and ICC with a great opportunity here. Thompson for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound controlled. Well, not controlled by anybody. It's knocked out of bounds by ICC, and they'll say the Lions will take over. It's about 6 guys jumped into each other, and the ball was knocked out of bounds.
20-14, East Mississippi over ICC men. 9:30 left at halftime.
So let's reset the floor for ICC. It's TJ Wallace, Brandon Brown, Rodarian Pendleton, Gary Hoskins, and Isaiah Thompson are the 5 out there. And ball knocked loose again. 3rd consecutive turnover for EMCC. Brandon Brown out in transition as his layup's blocked off the left side glass. And EMCC now with an opportunity in transition. 3 on 2. They pull it out, allow for a reset. Ball knocked a little bit loose, and you can tell they're just wanting to reset things, calm them down as they've lost consistency on the offensive end. 3-point shot off left side, bottom of the net once again, as I believe that was Ja'Cory Smith. It was. That's Smith's second 3 of the game. 5 3-point baskets in the first half for EMCC has pushed their lead out to 9. Not a team that shot it very well earlier in the year, but tonight you can't tell it as they've burnt the nets up from 3-point range.
Jordan, they went to a zone for the first time tonight.
Gone to a zone as ICC has struggled to do anything offensively in there. Brandon Brown, late in the shot clock, goes in the lane, travels with it. Turnover, and EMCC has it back again. But again, 5 seconds on the shot clock before anything happened on the offensive side.
8:30 left to halftime, 23-14, East Mississippi over ICC men.
Need to stop here as he's been able to force some turnovers on the defensive end, but has not translated to many points for the Indians. Ball knocked loose again. Ball in the hands of Rod Jones. 3-on-2 out in transition to TJ Wallace is in the up and under off the right side. The redshirt freshman out of Amory back into the scoring column has cut the lead back to 7.
We're staying in the game, getting turnovers. They've turned the ball over 4 or 5 times the last 6 or 7 possessions.
TJ Wallace does a great job, too, out in front. He's a big, long guy. He forces a lot of turnovers. As trouble here for East Mississippi. Somehow they work their way out of it with Mccutchen. Now as they're going to reset the offense. Shot clock is late, 5 seconds. Operating to the right side, Blake Butler now kicks to Mccutchen, who pulls up for 3, rolls around, no good, but the rebound falls right into the hands of Smith. Smith, baby hook right side, no good, and the second time they get the rebound. ICC struggling on the glass here on this possession. 3-pointer off right side wing. Finally, ICC is able to get the basketball back.
Got a chance to cut this lead down. We're down by 7, 23-16, 7:25 left halftime.
Jones back into the game for the Indians. He controls the point. As the pace just very slow on the end for ICC. Out top to Pendleton, back to Jones. 10 on the shot clock with Wallace. Still that 2-3 zone from East Mississippi. Pass into the elbow, ball knocked loose. And again, 5 seconds on the shot clock as East Mississippi forces the turnover. Gibson, skip pass over into the corner. Just going to step right into a 3-point shot. Fouled in the process, too. As it was Blake Butler wide open. Hoskins came out of nowhere and just jumped right into him. And some frustration over there from Coach Eric Bozeman with that, too. Is just absolutely no sense in that if you're Hoskins. He's wide open already. Why jump into him and let him get to the free throw line?
After the shot, too.
It's the easiest call you're going to get all night. His first foul on Hoskins, team's 4th. But nonetheless, we will see Butler go to the free throw line for 3. Butler was 2 of 2 off the stripe earlier against Northwest. First shot is in and good.
This is the first time they've been to the line tonight.
Well, that's one way to make sure you don't struggle from the free throw line is don't get there. There's that one, back iron, no good. Jim Ingram with the jinx there off the free throw line. Substitutions for ICC is for the first time tonight. We'll see Key and Mims check in, as well as Stacy back in and Mitchell back in. They'll sub off Wallace, Hoskins, and Brown for ICC.
I look for East Mississippi to go back to man-to-man now. We put our 3-point shooters in.
Second free throw up and good by Butler, so 2 of 3 off the stripe for the freshman. Back to a 9-point game, 6:50 to play. As it's still that zone.
I like it.
It's a 2-3. It's a 2-3, but those forwards are stepping up and trapping on the wings, making it tough as they're giving ICC some opportunities down around the baseline. Pendleton swings down low there to Mitchell. Mitchell traps, back to Pendleton, now to the elbow to Key and Mims. That's where you want to get the basketball in that zone. Get it right there to that elbow or just below it when they're playing it out that high. As he's fouled. 8th team foul on EMCC as they've done a really good job. They got that 7th foul at the 12-minute mark. They went 6 minutes without fouling. Now 8th team foul, 2nd on Pittman, and that will send Key and Mims to the free throw line. Mims struggled off the free throw line in the first home contest a couple weeks ago. He stayed after the game probably an hour shooting free throws, visibly frustrated with himself. This one, though, back iron and no good for the freshman out of Fort Mills, South Carolina. Gibson brings the ball up the floor, pulls up from the free throw line, airballs it right into the hands of Rod Jones. 8-point lead for the Lions, but ICC has the basketball. Jones from the logo, way out up top, and that shot almost missed everything, as that's not what you're looking for in that possession. Pass up the floor quickly. Mccutchen just overshoots his man. Butler at the baseline sails out of bounds. Almost hit our buddy Lee Adams over there taking pictures. As Mims will retrieve it.
Lee could get up and help him get the ball. What's he doing?
He's just sitting there
watching.
Come
on, Lee.
It. He has no idea we're talking about him. Let's check out ICCimages.com to get all these pictures that Lee and his brother CJ are taking tonight. Part of our sports information team here in Fulton. 9-point lead for EMCC. ICC needs a basket right here. Still in that 2-3 zone. An active 2-3 zone is Pendleton for 3. Front iron, no good. Put back, no good. Brandon Brown a second time puts up, rolls around, fought through some contact, but gets the layup to go in there off the left side.
First 2 points for Brandon Brown. 25-18. East Mississippi up by 7. 5:40 left to halftime.
Big last 5 minutes here in the first half as East Mississippi has led it by as much as 9, has really controlled the tempo in the first half, but a game that's well within striking distance still at this point. Smith. Well, that's a quick whistle there. They're going to get Key and Mims for a hand check. I guess that's what that call is. Looked kind of like a DJ there with the motion to the scorer's table, but it is a hand check on Key and Mims, his first personal, team's 5th.
And they're not shooting free throws yet.
So offense resets out top. Gibson going to drive off the left side, ran right through a man, no call, and then they get the foul call on the putback. Well, he barreled right through somebody, and everybody looked right at it, no call, and then they foul on the putback.
I believe they missed a charging call.
The guy that took it ended up getting the call on him. Well, it wasn't Mims, but Mims does get the call. His second personal, team 6th, and that will send Rico Gibson to the free throw line. Gibson was 3 of 5 off the line against Northwest a week ago tonight. First shot up is good. So both free throws from Rico Gibson pushes the lead back out to 9 once again. And again, you don't want to let it get to double digits for your ICC here. You want to close this last 5 minutes well. Very important as you go into the locker room.
East Mississippi's gone back to man-to-man here.
Well, they set it back into a zone, though. They opened it a man-to-man, but they went back into that 2-3. It's Hunter Stacy, dribble drive into the right side corner. Out top to Brandon Brown for 3. Rolls around, no good. Fight for the rebound will be controlled by Rico Gibson. Coach Begley's saying, let's go. Let's get up the floor. Let's get out in transition as he pushes them forward. As a give-and-go pass falls into the hands of Butler. That's not where that was supposed to go, by the way. But Butler picks it up about 5 foot from the rim. Finger rolls it in and out to an 11-point lead now for EMCC.
29-18. East Mississippi up with 4:30 left halftime.
Touchdown low in the post. They're going to say a foul, but no shot. So it will be a 1-and-1. But they're going to say the shot does not count. Foul goes on Gibson, his second personal, team's 9th. But you really wanted that and one there for Shermontis Mitchell if you could get it. Mitchell 1 of 2 off the stripe. As Gibson will sub off the floor, we'll see Elijah Newsom, who started, check back in. Gibson, a little bit of foul trouble here, 2 fouls. 2 fouls on Gibson, 2 on Pittman for EMCC, 2 fouls on Mims, 2 fouls on Hamilton for ICC. That's the only guys in foul trouble so far. As front end of the 1-and-1, back iron, no good. That's why it's so important on that and one. You want to get that layup if you can. Another forced turnover, though, by ICC. Brown out in transition. Kick to Stacy. Pull up 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound, batted around, out of bounds. Conversation between the officials, and I think they're going to say it is off ICC. Well, that was that transition look you wanted. It's a wide-open 3 for your guy in Stacy, and you just can't make it go home. As the three-point land not been kind to the Indians so far here tonight.
29-18, East Mississippi up with 11 with 4:05 left the first half.
Ball batted loose again as Smith, no-look pass to Newsom. Layup will not go, and rebound goes to Key and Mims. Mims dribbles it up right side, picks up, now gives to Brandon Brown. ICC, I bet, has forced 12 turnovers in the first half. They've had plenty of opportunities. They've not been able to score off those turnovers, though. All coaches will tell you, you want to force turnovers, but you really want to score off of those turnovers. That's where you see a big difference. Mims drives in, gets the shot to go, but fouled in the process. They'll say foul on the floor, and he'll go back to the stripe.
Can shoot 2, I believe.
Yeah, that's 10th foul on EMCC. So it is 2 shots for the remaining 3:44 here in the first half. Foul goes on Newsom. It's his first personal. But the more important number is those 10 team fouls. So first free throw by Mims, off the right side rim, no good. All year long, ICC has done a good job of getting to the free throw line, but have not been able to capitalize a whole lot once they got there. That one rolls around, no good again for Mims. 11-point lead for the Lions. They've given ICC plenty of opportunities. The Indians just not been able to capitalize on those so far here tonight. Butler with the basketball, being defended by Stacy. Gets it into the lane, now kicks off to Lewis. Lewis picks up from a step behind the elbow, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds off of ICC, and East Mississippi will retain possession.
Jordan, we mentioned free throws that we need to hit them tonight. Unfortunately, first half we're 6 for 14, under 50%.
So that's under 50%. For a team that's shooting it at 53.5%, It's below 50% tonight. That's not a number that you wanted to see. Entry pass for 3, and they fouled him shooting 3 again. I think he was behind the line. I didn't see the motion. As a foul will go on Stacy, a push, and I couldn't see. Was it 3? They're going to say it was a 3-point shot. Foul goes on Stacy, his first personal, but for the second time tonight, we're going to see East Mississippi go to the line for 3 shots. This time, it will be Blake Butler. So as if they have not been hot enough from behind the 3-point line, they've had 2 opportunities to go to the line and get 3 free throws. So first free throw by Butler pushes the lead out to 12. Butler, the 6'4", 205 freshman out of Louisville, Kentucky. Jefferstown High School. Not the only guy from Louisville. Is it Louisville, Mississippi?
Right, it's Louisville, Kentucky. That's correct.
That's right. So not the only guy from Louisville, Kentucky, as Hunter Mccutchen, another freshman teammate, is from Louisville Fairdale High School, also there in Louisville. As all 3 free throws are good by the freshman Butler. Butler leads all scoring tonight with, let's see, that's 10 points.
10 points.
On the night. 14-point lead. This is the largest lead of the night for anybody. ICC desperately needs to make something happen on the offensive end here in the last 3 minutes of the half. Brown out top. This is that man-to-man defense. It's been all man-to-man and 2-3 zone for EMCC. Barry, dribble drive with his left hand, puts up, fights through contact, no call, and the shot misses everything. Here comes in transition Lewis, off left side, a little contact himself, but he finishes it off the left side and pushes the lead back out to 16 as Chris Lewis goes into the scoring column for the first time tonight. Whistle and a timeout by Coach Bozeman as EMCC has pushed the lead out all the way to 16 points. Let's take that break as well. 34-18, EMCC leads here late in the first half. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tribe!
The Tribe has struggled a little bit here in the first half as it's a 34-18 lead for the Lions of East Mississippi. A big 2:48 remaining here in the first half. As Jim, if there's any way possible to cut this thing to single digits, I think that's the goal here as you close the first half.
I agree, Jordan. We're down by 16. Need to cut it to around 10 here before halftime.
Brown goes to work, 15 on the shot clock. Jones over off the right side wing. Dribble drive, step back jumper. Off the iron, rolls around, and good. So it hit the front iron, shot up in the air, hit every part of the rim it could, but goes in for Rod Jones. He leads ICC scoring with 8 points. It's been all man-to-man defense on the ICC side as Mccutchen works off a screen, puts up a floater, no good. Rebound knocked onto the floor. They're going to say as Chris Lewis went up to get it, he stepped out of bounds. So ICC gets the basketball back. They've cut it to 14. You want to try to cut that lead a little bit more as Antoine Porter subs onto the floor. He'll take off Kean Mims. And is this the first time we've seen Porter tonight?
First time tonight.
I think so. So Porter, sophomore out of Byhalia High School, he's averaging 3 points per game, 3 rebounds per game for Porter as well. He comes onto the floor, the sophomore for the Indians. Pass down to the low block to Brown, goes up to his left side. He's fouled as he puts it off the glass. That foul is going to go against 10 Butler, his first personal, but that will get Brown to the line for 2 shots as 10-plus fouls on EMCC's got ICC operating in the double bonus.
Need to make them.
Big opportunity here for Brandon. His first one is in and good. Brandon's been good off the free throw line here so far tonight, 3 of 3 for the sophomore. Second one up and good for Brown as well. So struggled a little bit early on from the charity stripe, but he's been good here tonight. 4 of 4 for ICC. So lead down to 12. Extending that man-to-man, or they're going to go into a zone now. I hadn't seen the zone all night, but it's that stretched out zone, and that's what it does. It forces turnovers as Mccutchen doesn't know where he's at, catches the ball. He's got his right foot out of bounds, and another turnover. And I kid you not, I know it's double-digit turnovers for East Mississippi.
No doubt about it. And, Jordan, you mentioned a while ago we're down by 16, got to cut it to around 10 at half. We got a chance here.
It's at 12. Big possession on the offensive end for the guys in white. Porter with the basketball off left side wing, out top to Jones. Jones goes right side to Berry. Berry working against Mccutchen in that man-to-man defense. Gives back to Porter, now back to Berry. Screen from Porter as lots of contact. As a skip pass down low as Brandon Brown got away from everybody. He gets to that left side, puts it off the glass, and we're back to 10. It's a 10-point lead for EMCC. It's 4 consecutive points for Brandon Brown.
And a 6-0 run by the Indians. 34-24, minute left to half.
Ja'Cory Smith for 3 out of the corner. Air ball lands right in the hands of his own guy, though, as Butler right there to catch it and puts it up off the glass. That's almost like a pass there for East Mississippi. 3-point try for Barry, front iron, no good. Rebound is contact all over the place. Whistles, and that one's going to go against the Indians. Got 10. Antoine Porter, his first foul. Team's 9th, and that's going to be a 1-and-1, 90 feet down the floor. So that will send to the line Chris Lewis. Lewis, a freshman out of Hattiesburg High School. 2 points on the night. This will be his first opportunities off the stripe. 1-and-1. It rolls around, no good. Big break there for ICC as they get the possession back. They don't give up any points. It's a 12-point lead for EMCC with 43 seconds to play. Jones, Mitchell, Brown, Porter, and Berry are the 5 on the floor for ICC. Back into that 2-3 zone. Into the corner to Mitchell. Give pass back to Brown. Brown fumbles it around, and it's going to land in the hands of East Mississippi. A whistle. And do they get the timeout? That's what I know. They were trying to call a timeout there. They're going to say they did get the timeout. So East Mississippi is going to have the ball. They're going to have a fresh shot clock because we're going to keep it here and go over some of our sponsors. First off, the ICC BSU is a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. They meet on Monday nights at 7:07. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. And right down the road from the BSU, you've got the Wesley Foundation. Search ICC Wesley on Facebook and Instagram to learn more. Located across from right here where we're at in that Davis Events Center, they meet Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock. We'll also have the Little Caesars halftime report coming up in about 28.1 seconds for you, as Jim and I will take a look back at what the keys of the game were. We'll revisit that, see what has happened in the contest. We'll take a look at the scoring, see if we can happen to find out what's going on in the other games around the region, and just get you all caught up in the basketball action from here in Fulton. So a 12-point lead for East Mississippi, 28.1 seconds remain, so they'll have the shot clock turned off. And ICC will have to decide, do we want to go up-tempo with some pressure and try to force a turnover and get another look at it? Or do we sit back, play man-to-man, and try to prevent them from scoring as time expires? Blake Butler holds the ball all the way out at the midline. He's being defended out there by Brown. Butler goes to his left, now double teamed with Porter. Smith got away, but a good job by Porter to close. Now back to Butler, out top of the key for 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound batted around. Rebound was by Newsome for East Mississippi. They will count the basket as he got it there. Good awareness to know there's just a little bit of time left on the shot clock. He put it up with the left hand. It goes and gives East Mississippi a 14-point lead at the halftime break. Jim, that's why you want to shoot it just a couple of ticks before it runs out, because you always get that opportunity for the offensive rebound. 38-24 at the break. East Mississippi has really controlled the tempo, controlled the scoring here in the first half. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the scoring and take a look at the keys from the Renaissance Bank postgame. I'm already to the postgame show. I'm talking about the halftime report brought to you by Little Caesars. We'll have that for you right here after this break. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy.
Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery. Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Back here inside the Davis Event Center, it is halftime as EMCC leads the Indians 38-24. This is Little Caesars Halftime Report. Thanks to Little Caesars for sponsoring our halftime report throughout this season. As let's bring Jim Ingram into the broadcast. Jim, you've got to look at the scoring column as it was kind to EMCC, not so kind to our friends, the ICC Indians.
You're right. We're at halftime. East Mississippi 38, ICC 24. We'll go through East Mississippi's leading scorer tonight, Blake Butler, the freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, is leading with 12. Gibson's got 4. Washington's got 2. Lewis has got 2. Elijah Newsom's got 6 off the bench. Hunter McCutchen hit a 3. He's got 3. Ja'Cory Smith's got 6. Romeo Sanders got 3. That adds to 38 for the ICC Indians. Rod Jones has 8, and Brandon Brown has 8. Brandon did not start tonight. Came off the bench, had a solid first half. Deshawn Berry's got 2. Walter Hamilton 1. Shermontis Mitchell 1. And T.J. Wallace came off the bench, has 4. We talked about free throws earlier, Jordan, and tonight, East Mississippi is 7 for 9, and ICC is still struggling again. They're 8 for 16 from free throw line.
8 for 16, so that's right at 50%. So, yeah, that's not where you want that number to be. As we talked in the pregame show about what are the 2 keys to the game, and for me, it was you got to be better off the free throw line. You got to eliminate on the turnovers. You had 21 turnovers at Northwest on Monday night. Well, the turnovers weren't there. They took care of the basketball. It was the fact that we couldn't get anything happening early in the shot clock. It was consistently 5 seconds on the shot clock before we could get anything to go. And at that point, you're not going to find very many good shots.
No, we didn't have the good shots there. And as you mentioned, we didn't have many turnovers. We caused a lot of turnovers tonight. We have not taken advantage of that. As mentioned, we're down by 14 here at half.
So down 14 at the half, you're going to have a drastic change. I'm sure Coach Bozeman is going over what they need to do here at the half to improve on this in the second half. One thing that is encouraging for ICC is we talked about they didn't turn the basketball over on the offensive end. They forced a lot of turnovers on the defensive end. They couldn't capitalize on it and score, though. That's where I could see the game changing here in the second half.
No doubt about it. We got to take advantage of these opportunities we have, and we got to knock down the free throws. We got to the line 16 times tonight. We've only hit 8 so far.
Yeah, East Mississippi picked up their 7th foul of the first half at the 12-minute mark. They didn't pick up their 8th foul, though, until the 6-minute mark. So good job there by their guys of staying out of foul trouble. Billy Begley has his team at 1-0. They knocked off Northwest, I believe it was a week ago tonight, 77-74. ICC at 1-1. Both teams trying to stay in that top half of the MACJC North standings. Guys, it's always fun for me to see Billy Begley over there across the ways because I remember being a kid going to the Humphrey Coliseum at Mississippi State back when Mississippi State had some sure enough good basketball teams under Rick Stansberry, and Billy Begley was on those teams.
That's right.
So when I started doing these games a year ago, it was kind of a blast from the past to look over across the way and see Begley leading his team. They, had a really good squad last year, and he's got he started 5 sophomores tonight. And he's got a good club again this time.
No doubt about it. They're playing very well. As mentioned, they're up by 14 here at halftime. We've got to take advantage of the breaks we get here in the second half and try to whittle down this lead. Down by 14, Jordan.
You segued right into it. We're going to take a break here on the Little Caesars halftime report. 38-24, EMCC leads ICC. We'll come back with second half action from the Davis Event Center here on the campus of Itawamba Community College in Fulton. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best store here.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza.
1 half down, 1 half to go here from Fulton. EMCC leads ICC 38-24 after 1 half here in basketball action. As the 5 on the floor for ICC be a little bit different here than the 5 starters, as we'll see TJ Wallace, Deshawn Berry, Rod Jones, Tremontis Mitchell, and Brandon Brown on the floor for ICC. For EMCC, let's see, I think it's going to be the same as their starting 5. It looks like Washington, Butler, McCutchen, Newsom, and Smith out there for EMCC. Where are the officials at?
Got to have them. We cannot start the game without the officials and the basketball.
That's one of those things that I just don't understand. Isn't halftime the same every single night? I mean, they've got a clock in the referee's locker room, and the horn went off a minute ago, and here they come out with the cheerleaders. All at once, the cheerleaders and the referees come out of the tunnel.
Now, if the teams didn't come out, they might call a technical on the teams.
So technical on the referees.
Technical on the referees.
I would tell him that, but he may not appreciate it.
Yeah, but we don't know him that well.
Here's the whistle, and we're ready to go as Wallace inbounds it to Rod Jones, and we're underway. Second half action here in Fulton. 14-point lead for EMCC as ICC needs something good to happen on the offensive end here early. 2-3 zone set for the Lions. Wallace kicks to Jones. Jones leads ICC in scoring with 8. Down low to Brown. Good pass to Berry as it's blocked out of his hands, out of bounds, off the hands of Berry. And East Mississippi has it. Well, that's a good look, but it was a good close on defense there for the Lions.
As you mentioned, good look for the Indians. Just got to finish there. We're down 38-24, 19:35 left in the ball game.
Newsom goes back over to Washington. 20 seconds on the shot clock, being defended out top by Brandon Brown. Man-to-man defense, this possession for the Indians. As down the right side comes Washington. Looks for somewhere to go as the ball's knocked loose and lands in the hands of Shamontis Mitchell, who gives off left side. Little handoff there to Rod Jones.
Good job by the Indians. Another turnover here.
I mean, it's been consistent. And Coach Begley's got to be happy he's up 14, but he's going to be frustrated with the amount of turnovers that his squad's had tonight. 2-3 zone, down to the elbow to Brown, out top to Wallace, back to Brown at the free throw line, gives off to Jones, straight shot from the three-point line. He's got it, 7 on the shot clock, gives down low to Wallace, who fades away from 8 foot, no good. Rebound fought for by Brown, up off the right side glass, no good, but fouled in the process. As everybody else turned to get back on defense, not BB though, he gets down there, fights for the rebound and gets fouled.
Jordan Brandon Brown's brought a lot of energy. He didn't start tonight. I think it might have got his attention, and he's brought a lot of energy tonight.
A little motivation there for Brown as he goes to the free throw line. 4 of 4 there so far tonight. That foul goes against Ja'Cory Smith, his second personal, team's first here in the second half. Free throw up and good by the sophomore Brown.
If Brandon can make this, he'll be in double figures. I hope I didn't jinx him.
You did that earlier, so let's hope that is out of your system as
there we go.
Rolls around in and good. 6 of 6 off the line for Brown tonight. So back down to a 12-point lead, 18:45 to play in the contest. Butler with the basketball, gives to the right side to Pittman, who came off a cut. Now gives off to his right side. Now back out top to Pittman. Screen down low. He drives the basketball off to Butler in the left side corner. Pass goes in low to Smith, who hook shots it off the back iron. No good. Rebound to Shamontis Mitchell.
Good job by the Indians playing a tight man-to-man defense here in the second half.
Defenses look good out of the locker room to open things up. Now you need to translate the points on the offensive end. Jones gives to Brown at the free throw line. Now off to T.J. Wallace for 3. Right side wing, nice. Bottom of the net. First three-point basket of the night for the Indians comes from T.J. Wallace, the redshirt freshman out of Amory. Picks up the 3.
All of a sudden, we're down by 9. 18 minutes left in the ball game. 38-29, East Mississippi over the ICC Indians.
Good move there on the offensive end, but nowhere to go with the basketball for Mccutchen. It's front iron and rebound again to ICC. So 5-0 run out of the locker room for ICC. Another three-point off the back iron by Mitchell. It's no good. Man, that would have been great if that one could have gone. That would have cut the lead back down to 6 points, but it goes out of bounds, and East Mississippi will get it back.
A lot of energy here by the Indians. Cut the lead 38-29, 17:40 left in the ball game.
Coach Bozeman must have got after him there in the locker room a little bit there at the half, as just sloppy play altogether, specifically on the offensive end, plagued the Indians in the first half.
I don't think we were as aggressive as we needed to be. Come out very aggressive here in the second half.
Mccutchen for 3 out of the corner. Airballs it as he was wide open. Worked off a screen, but couldn't even hit the rim out of the corner. Another opportunity is Barry in transition. This extra pass over to Mitchell. Off right side, no good. Rebound fought for. Goes into the hands of Brown, who just flies around, throws it off the glass right hand. Somehow it goes down, and the Indians have cut the lead to 7.
38-31, Indians down by 7. 17 minutes left in the ball game.
Ugly possession there, but it worked. It's back down to the other end. Whistle hand check on T.J. Wallace. His first foul, team's first here in the second half. But to open up the second half, a 7-0 run for ICC. They cut the lead from 14 to 7, 3 minutes in. Pass will come from the baseline off the near side. Out top to Pittman now, back in the corner. Drives baseline. He stepped out of bounds. Another turnover for East Mississippi.
Jordan, we've started out here. As you mentioned, we're down by 14 half. 7-0 run, 16:54 left in the ball game. East Mississippi has not scored this half.
East Mississippi goes into more of a full court man as Pittman follows Jones all the way up the floor. Barry down low to Brown, working off the block to the far side. Now back up top to Barry. Kicks to Mitchell. Now Brown's kicked back out to the left side wing. Goes to the left side all the way to the glass, puts it up, rolls around, no good. Rebound goes to Ja'Cory Smith. Well, he got it there and just had a little too much on it.
The offense is going through Brandon Brown. That's what we need to continue to do.
Pittman all the way down the floor, into the corner. Three-point shot up, no good, but rebounded by Gibson. No-look pass down low to Butler, who tried to throw it down. He tried to go for the jam, rejected himself, but Gibson was there to rebound and lays it up off the left side. First points of the second half for East Mississippi, and that kind of evens the momentum back out. It really would have done it if Butler had been able to throw that jam down, but rejected off the line, or off the iron. Good thing his man was there to rebound and clean it up.
40-31, East Mississippi up by 9, 15:50 left in the ball game.
Brown loses his dribble, goes into the hands of Rod Jones. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jones looks to pull up from three, gives off to Wallace. He'll pull up left side wing, rolls around, no good, and another easy rebound there for East Mississippi. That was more like the offense looked in the first half. It just struggled to get a look as a wide open three passed up by Roberts. He's going to kick out top for another open three, no good. But Smith drives the lane for the rebound and puts it back as nobody blocks out Ja'Cory Smith, and he just gets an easy bucket to push the lead back to double digits at 11 points.
Smith's got 8 points tonight, as Jordan mentioned. 42-31, East Mississippi up by 11, 15-10 left in the ball game.
Good pass down low. Layup no good by Mitchell. Put back by Wallace no good. Gets the rebound a second time. It'll pull it out and let his offense reset. Down onto the block to Brown. Rolls off left side. Now double teamed. Back to Wallace. Pulls up from a step inside the three-point line and hits the bottom of the net. 2 points there for TJ Wallace. Wallace has looked good in some limited action here so far tonight.
Come through with 5 points here in the second half.
Back to 9-point lead for EMCC. Under 15 to play as whistle and a foul. And then we'll get TJ Wallace there on the foul.
42-33, 14:44 left in the ball game. East Mississippi up by 9.
Here comes Walter Hamilton back into the game. He'll sub off Shermontis Mitchell. If you remember in the first half, Hamilton got called for 2 fouls in the first 6 minutes of the half, had to come off the floor, has not been back in since that point. So the freshman Hamilton out of Potts Camp back onto the floor. 3-point shot by Butler, no good. Whistle out of bounds off East Mississippi, and ICC will get the ball back. Well, that one could have gone either way there as it was swatted out of bounds, and ICC gets the lucky break. Chance to cut the lead again. 9 points for EMCC. ICC cut it to 7, but that's as close as they've been able to get so far in the second half.
I look forward to go through Brandon Brown here, Jordan.
Brown's had some success there off the low block here in the second half. Barry drives the lane, kicks to Brown, now back to Wallace off the right side wing. He drives the lane, gets it all the way there. Whistle and a blocking foul against East Mississippi. That's the difference you've seen here in the second half. First half, everything on the offensive end was outside the perimeter. Not much penetration. Second half, every possession's been a slash to the goal.
We've been aggressive, and we're showing energy here second half.
So a little bit of foul trouble for EMCC as that's the third one to go against Ja'Cory Smith, and that will send TJ Wallace to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And they're going to say he wasn't shooting. How?
I thought he was shooting.
I thought he tried to lay it up off the right side. I don't know about that one there. Nonetheless, ICC gets possession of it, but no free throws. As a give-and-go pass to Jones, thinks about the three, now decides against it. Dribbled back off the baseline, now out top to Wallace, into the corner to Barry, now down low to Walter Hamilton, who fumbles it around, gives back to Barry, who's going to penetrate it off left side, goes up and fouled again in the process.
I think he's shooting this time.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt on that one. His feet off the floor, going towards the rim. They're going to get Blake Butler, I believe. His second personal, team's fourth here in the second half.
We need to get Butler in foul trouble. He's leading the team with 12 points, and that's how many fouls on him?
That's 2. His first free throw by Deshawn Berry, the freshman out of Holka. It's the bottom of the net and good. So down to an 8-point advantage for EMCC with a free throw made here by Barry. ICC can cut it to 7, which would match the best deficit they faced the whole second half. This was a 14-point lead for EMCC at the break. They cut it to 7, pushed back out to 9 by EMCC, and now back to 7 again here with 13:50 to play in the contest.
And Jordan, we're 4 for 4 from the free throw line second half.
That's important. Got to shoot those free ones. You got to get them when you have the opportunity. Gibson turns, uses the glass, right side, good-looking shot there by Rico Gibson Jr. As he penetrates, he has a little B button as he'd use on the Xbox, rolls away from it, and puts it in off the glass.
44-35. Indians down by 9. 13:25 left in the ball game.
Brandon Brown goes to his right side all the way to the glass, thinks better of it, gives off to Barry, who's there on the left side block, and puts it in off the glass. Coach Bozeman likes what he's seeing. He's going to call a timeout as ICC has it back to 7 points. 44-37, EMCC leads it, 13-18 to play, but a little momentum over on the ICC sideline, really for the first time all night, I would say. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from them, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best star here.
7-point advantage for the Lions, 13-18 to play here in the contest, but ICC has had good defense so far in the second half, and that's translated to points on the offensive end.
And we talked about them being aggressive. We show a lot more energy on offense and also defensively, hitting our free throws. We cut it to 7 points.
Dribble drive down low for Lewis as a big foul there. Is fouled hard. I think they're going to get Hamilton on that one, as trying to get it all the way to the rim. Hamilton not going to give him anything easy. Third personal on Big Walter. And that will send Chris Lewis to the stripe. But you're exactly right there, Jim. The identity on offense looks totally different. There's a slash to the goal on every single possession. We didn't see that early on.
And they look more confident. Not only being aggressive, they look a lot more confident out on the court.
Third foul on Walter, third team foul for the Indians. Lewis will go to the line here for 2. First one off the right side of the rim and no good. And that was one thing that I noticed on the stat sheet coming into the night was ICC had struggled from the free throw line, but East Mississippi had been worse. They were 45% off the free throw line coming into the night. They shot it better in the first half, but Lewis missed the front end there. Second one is good for the freshman, Lewis.
They're 8 for 11 for the game.
8 for 11, so I mean that's pretty good off the stripe. Haven't seen this all night. Full court press for East Mississippi off the made free throw. Press breaker looks good, though, for the Indians. 3-on-2 in transition as Jones goes to work off the right side, and his shot's blocked as he puts it in, and McKean Roberts just knocked it right back where it came from. Well, you get some transition opportunities off of that press, but that time, good job by Roberts getting back on defense, and he blocks the shot.
45-37, Indians down by 8, 12:58 left in the ball game.
Jones will run the point for the Indians. Has the ball off the near side here. Gives to Barry, who gives back to Jones. Pulls up from right inside the three-point line. No good, but there's Brandon Brown again. Brandon Brown is one of those guys that will control the ball for your offense as a point guard and then get down there and scrap for a rebound and put back. Brown leading scoring for the Indians now with 14 points on the night.
And we talk about him being physical. He's a 6'5" point guard.
Gibson goes to work off the low block, nowhere to go with it. Back iron, no good. And here comes ICC. They want to run with the basketball. Jones with some contact, puts up left side, no good. Gets his own rebound, no good. Now out top to Brandon Brown for 3, straight on, and it airballs.
It's not what we needed there. Brandon's been getting the ball underneath, making some shots underneath, try to three-pointer.
Big opportunity for the Indians. Couldn't make anything happen with it. An open 3 for Butler's no good, but ICC comes away with a rebound. Well, the pace is definitely improved here over the course of the last couple of minutes. ICC wants to slow it back down and get a good look here on the offensive end.
We're only down by 6. We're down 14 at halftime. We're down by 6, 45-39, 11:45 left in the ball game.
Deshawn Berry off the far side corner, now out top to Jones. Down low to Brown, who's played really well off that block. He's going to go off left side. Glass in and good, and one. As Brown is fouled, he'll go to the free throw line for one more. Brandon Brown leads all scoring now with 16 points, and he's got an opportunity here to get one more. He's so good down there off the block. As you know, a lot of contact he fights through. Missed the first one, got his rebound, puts up the second one. Got fouled there. He's not the biggest guy on the floor. They list him at 6'5", 207. He's a big he's a physical guy, don't get me wrong, but he's not your prototypical forward. But he holds his own down there with everybody, and that's what he's doing tonight. He's making free throws. 7 of 7 off the free throw line tonight for the sophomore out of Memphis. This lead is cut all the way down to 3. A 14 18-7 run. Well, that can't be right.
No.
18-7 run for ICC coming out of the break has cut the lead to 3. Gibson's shot, no good. Rebound batted around and lands in the hands of Mccutchen for East Mississippi. So a second chance at it here for the Lions, as we've got a guy on the ground over here. I didn't see he was completely away from the ball. I believe that's Gibson, isn't it? No, it's not. That's not Gibson. It's 5. That's Nick Walker. Walker holding his left leg as the trainer is going to come out and take a look at him. There's not been timeout called. That was 3. So it was Gibson. It was not Walker. I knew I hadn't seen Walker on the floor. It was Erico Gibson who was holding his left leg there. He was all the way away from the action. I'm not sure what happened unless it was something there on that rebound where guys just came flying in from all over. Just kind of slid down there into the corner.
Jordan, talk about what we've done here in this first 9 minutes of the second half. We've cut the lead from 14 all the way down to 3 right now.
Big possession defensively as East Mississippi gets a second opportunity to try to make something happen on the offensive end. Ja'Cory Smith goes to work. Right side hook shot, no good, but fouled as Shermontis Mitchell got him in the shoulder as he went up with the right hand.
2 shots for Ja'Cory Smith. He has got 8 points tonight in the ball game. Something very important. We're 5 for 5 in the second half from the free throw line. Let's see if they can miss a few here, Jordan.
First foul on Mitchell, team's 4th. Smith will get 2 shots here. First one in and good for the sophomore from Raymond High School. Led the team with 20 points against Northwest a week ago. Only 9 so far here tonight. Second shot in and good for Smith as well. So 10 points on the night for the sophomore. That pushes the lead back out to 5. 10:58 to play. Got a good one down the stretch here. It was a 14-point lead at the break, but ICC has cut it. Made this game a lot more interesting here in the second half. 2-3 zone for Coach Billy Begley and his Lions. Pass goes onto the corner to Brown. Now outside to Wallace for 3 right in front of his bench. He hits the bottom of the net. Buries it over there. The redshirt freshman out of Amory is heating up from downtown. So back to a 2-point lead. This is as close as it's been since the early part of the first half. East Mississippi with a little pressure now. 15 on the shot clock. Pass goes off into the corner to Newsom. Now up top with Pittman. Pittman pulls up from a step inside the 3-point line, and he hits the bottom of the net with it as well. Good-looking bucket there by Tremont Pittman as he's checked in at the point guard spot.
His first 2 points of the ball game. 49-45. Indians down before. 10 minutes left in the ball game.
Be trying to find a way to get the ball into the hands of T.J. Wallace. He's got it. He thought about it as he's got the hot hand right now as he want to go for another one. He's going to dribble drive. Floater in the lane. Front iron no good. Tried to get his own rebound. Couldn't do it. And it's controlled by Smith for the Lions. Butler down the lane, trying to get it into the hands of Newsom, who was open on the block and just threw it out in front of him. Not a very good pass there by Blake Butler. And another turnover as I look over there and Billy Begley's got his hands on his eyes, just rubbing them, trying to figure out what it's going to take to quit turning the basketball over.
Jordan, you're right. They've got to have close to 20 turnovers in this ball game and still up 49-45, 9:40 left in the ball game.
So 4-point lead. 2-3 zone is the set here for East Mississippi. Good ball movement from ICC as they swung it all over the floor. Jones, pump fake, steps inside to the elbow, no good. Wanted that one badly as everything looked right on the offensive end. Just couldn't make it go home.
49-45, East Mississippi with the ball, up by 4, 9:20 left in the ball game.
Pittman at the logo, working back to his right. Gives to Mccutchen. Mccutchen float pass down low to Smith, who goes to work on the low block, and he's able to finish it there. He got in behind the defender. Good pass over the top by Mccutchen. Nice assist there for the freshman out of Louisville.
Smith's a load. Now it's got 12 points for the Lions.
See that EMCC hitting up down to the low block, or heating up down to the low block a little bit here in the second half. Pass comes inside to Brown, nothing to do. Now Wallace again for 3, back iron, no good. Rebound, he goes to Shermontis Mitchell, throws one up off the right side, no good. Rebound by Brandon Brown. He's fouled as he tries to go back up. Man, the Indians are just going at the glass, trying to make something happen down low. Again, as we mentioned, that's the difference here in the second half, is they're pounding the glass, they're penetrating, they're getting that dribble drive and making stuff happen there at the rim.
No doubt, Jordan. They are more aggressive this second half. They're more confident this second half, and they're making things happen.
3rd foul on Tremont Pittman, 5th foul on the team, and Brown will go to the line for 2 And that one rolls around, no good. So 7 of 8 from the free throw line for Brandon Brown. Won't this one here to cut the lead back to 5. Brown, free throw in and good. So 8 of 9 off the free throw line for the sophomore Brown. As ICC hadn't seen this from the Indians all night, they're going to go into their press as well off the made free throw. A 1-2-2 zone press for the Indians. Brandon slipped down on it. That allows East Mississippi to clear it. Pass comes up. Layup off the left side. Good by Romeo Sanders. So a good job breaking the press and making something happen right there at the glass for the for the Lions. Excuse me.
We're down by 8. Plenty of time left. 8:20 left in the ball game. 53-46. We're down by 7 to the Lions.
Brown with the basketball at the free throw line. Now back up top to Jones. Good look for 3. It's in and good. A little string music there for Rod Jones. He cuts the lead back to 4 at 8:07 remaining in the contest. ICC just will not go away. Every time East Mississippi tries to stretch it back out, the Indians pull it right back in. They got it to 4 at 53-49. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more right after this. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1,000,000.
Pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
Got a good one brewing here in the Davis Event Center in Fulton as East Mississippi leads 53-49. They've led it the whole way. They've led us by as much as 16. They led it by 14 at the half. ICC's cut it to as close as 2 here in the second half, but we stand at a 4-point advantage for the Lions here with 8 minutes to play in the contest. Ball taken away by Brandon Brown. Opportunity out in transition. Brown goes left side. He's fouled hard in the process. That's a really good foul, though, probably, by East Mississippi. It's not in the bonus. You're probably going to give up a bucket there if you're not careful. ICC's not going to get to go to the free throw line off that. They're going to have to throw it in off the baseline as foul goes on Elijah Newsome. That's his 3rd personal, team 6th. So you will be shooting free throws the rest of the way, but not off that one. Entry pass swung all the way around the arc. Now back out top to Rod Jones, who just hit a 3 on the last possession. Jones to Wallace. Now skip pass to Stacy. Back up top to Jones. 15 on the shot clock. He'll pull up for 3. Back iron, no good. And rebound goes to Smith. And Coach Bozeman visibly frustrated with that. Not one look down low. That's where you've had success on offense in the second half. Didn't even get a look there as Romeo Sanders gets a look at the rim. Lays up off the right side. Sanders, 2 of the last 3 possessions, is finished right there at the rim.
55-49. East Mississippi up by 6. 7:15 left in the ball game.
Pass swings across to Wallace. Now back up to Jones. Stacy back to Jones again. Now swinging it around. Ball movement looks a lot better on this possession. Wallace for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound. Fought around, tipped around. Brandon Brown tried to save it, but he stepped out of bounds as he did so. As I'll tell you one thing I'll say about BB. He's going to fight for the basketball. He don't care where it goes. He's going to try to get there and get the basketball.
He did not like not starting tonight. I think he'll be starting next game.
A little motivation there off the bench for the sophomore Brown as he leads all scoring here tonight. Mccutchen with it. Drives right side. Now gives back up top. Swings around to Pittman. Now into the corner to Romeo. Romeo pulls up for 3, airballs it, whistling a foul. They're going to get Ja'Cory Smith for an over the back, and that's his 4th foul. Big foul there on Smith as he had absolutely no chance at that rebound. They get him for going over the back. That's 4, and I would assume Coach Begley has to move him to the bench. That's a 1-on-1.
1-and-1.
I heard Coach Begley through my left ear. He just said, "What are you doing?" It's no chance at that rebound. You have no choice but to sub him off the floor. 6-point game, 6:42 to go, and your best post player has to come off. And of all people to send to the line, it sends the guy there that you want to see shooting free throws. As Brandon Brown goes to the line. Substitution, Smith does come off the floor. There's a 1-on-1 opportunity for Brown. Front end is good.
He's got 19 points to lead the team.
19 points off the bench for the sophomore, who has really had a good night. Has played very well out there for the Indians. Second shot, rolls around, in and out. No good on the second free throw. So 5-point advantage for EMCC, 6:37 to play in the contest. Good look there on the offensive end. Put back won't go for Newsome, and they say as he fell to the ground, he drug a foot. That's an easy travel call. Again, a turnover gives ICC back the basketball. 2 good looks there for East Mississippi. Can't make either one of them go home.
Only down by 5, Jordan. 55-50, 6:25 left in the ball game. Indians with the ball.
See if it's the 2-3 zone. It looks like that will be what we see. Defensively for EMCC. Jones out top, kicks left side Stacy, pump fakes, drives in, tries to put off the glass, whistle, and a blocking foul again against East Mississippi. Good job there by Stacy to see he had an opportunity down the lane to get it to the glass. Draws the foul. That one's going to go against Newsome. That's his 4th foul. And suddenly 2 starters in foul trouble for East Mississippi.
They're not going to let him shoot the three-pointers. They know he's a three-point specialist, so he drove to the basket then. Need to take advantage here at the free throw line.
First opportunity off the line for Stacy all year. First one barely hits the front of the rim. Sanders subs off the floor, as well as Newsome. Checking into the game for EMCC will be DeLoach and Washington. Second shot by Stacy, up and good. So 1 of 2 off the line. The freshman splits, cuts the lead to 4 with 6:15 to play in the contest. Washington started the game at the point. Him and Pittman have shared those duties. They both share the floor here with 6 minutes to play. Mccutchen works off right side, pass picked off by ICC. Jones now brings it out. It's going to pull out and is going to allow the offense to reset. Wallace off one wing, Stacy to the other. It's a man-to-man possession here for East Mississippi.
We're down by 4, 55-51, 5:40 left in the ball game.
McCutchen covers Jones, who gives off to Wallace. Down low to Brandon Brown. This is where he's had some success. Finds open man in the corner. Jones, dribble drive, picks up his dribble, pulls the shot on the jump shot there, no good. And rebounds controlled by East. So it feels like every time as pass knocked loose, Brown lays up off the left side, and we've cut it all the way to 2. I was going to say it felt like every time that ICC could really force the issue, they haven't been able to make a bucket. But there, forced turnover, Brown lays it up. He's got 22 points on the night, and the Indians have cut it to 2. We'll take a timeout, but the momentum has swung way over to the ICC side with 5:15 to play. EMCC led it by 16. It's cut down all the way to 2. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
55-53, EMCC leads ICC by 2 with 5:15 to play. Jim, it's been a tale of 2 halves. The first half belonged to the Lions. The second half has belonged to ICC.
No doubt about it, Jordan. We've got a lot of energy here. Got to play some good defense here down the stretch.
Good look for Washington there off the left side glass. Out of the timeout. Can't make it go, and ICC has the basketball, the chance to tie or take the lead. Into the corner, Shermontis Mitchell gives back to Wallace off the right side wing. Picks up his dribble, skip pass to Stacy. Stacy gives back up top to Jones and resets the offense with 10 seconds. Man-to-man Off corner to Mitchell. Mitchell wants to go inside, nowhere to go. Now Wallace for three, out top, bottom of the net, it's good. ICC has taken their first lead of the night on the T.J. Wallace three-point basket. Third time tonight, Wallace hits from downtown.
Wallace got 11 in the second half, 15 for the ball game.
4:30 to play. Indians lead it by 1 for the first time tonight. Man-to-man defense. Washington comes back to his left, now gives off to Pittman, who's got to look at three, rolls around, no good. Rebound fought for, whistle. Offensive foul against East Mississippi. ICC's got it back as that foul goes against the Lions on the rebound. And we're in 1-1. We're in the bonus, so it's going to be a 1-1 opportunity here for the Indians. That foul goes against D'Antonio DeLoach, his second, team's 9th. So a 1-1 here. I think it's going to be on Brown. I think Brown's going to have the free throws, or is it Mitchell? It's going to be Shamontis Mitchell. Shamontis Mitchell will go to the line, but it'll be 2 the rest of the way out from this point forward. Big opportunity here for Shamontis. First free throw. Back iron, no good. Rebound goes with Smith. He steps out of bounds, and it's going to be ICC basketball. So with 4:19 to go and 4 fouls on him, Ja'Cory Smith is back in the game.
Indians up by 1, 56-55, 4:19 left in the ball game.
Pass comes into Mitchell, who was wide open, thought better of it, but Jones steps inside the arc. He's good for 2 as he was wide open, didn't want to pull it from 3, but he stepped one step inside the line there, hits from 2, and the Indians now lead by 3.
58-55, 4 minutes left in the ball game.
Big run here by ICC in the second half. They trailed it by 14 at the break, but they played the best second half, the best half they've played all year here in the second half. Pass up the floor to Stacy. Thinks about the 3, now passes across to Wallace. Wallace dribble drive, lots of contact, blocking foul goes against the Lions. Wallace will go to the line for 2. Talk about a swing in momentum.
Momentum has changed.
I thought ICC was left for dead in the first half. There was no identity on the offensive end. Things completely changed here down the stretch in the second half.
Jordan, we were so tentative first half, down by 14. Now we're up by 3, got a chance to go up by 5.
That foul will go against Mccutchen, his second, team's 10th. So 2 shots rest of the way through, but Wallace just airballed off the free throw line.
Check it off. He's going to make this one, Jordan.
Well, here late in games that are decided by 5 points or less, the free throw line is typically what determines those. ICC, if they want to win it, if they want to escape with a victory, they've got to be successful there. Second one by Wallace, rolls around, no good. Had an opportunity to push the lead out to 5, can't hit off the stripe. A 3-point lead for ICC with 3:40 to play.
Need to play solid defense.
And they sit in a man-to-man. Man-to-man. Now Gibson, who came out injured earlier, he's back onto the floor. Good to see there for Arico Gibson. Washington being defended by Brown. Brown knocks the ball loose, and he's fouled in transition. That can almost be an intentional foul there on Washington. As it was right here in front of us, Brown had knocked the ball loose. Washington reached behind, grabbed a hold of his arm. Does get called for the foul, and BB will go to the line for 2. Second foul on Washington, but he's lucky there as the official was right there on top of it, and if he put up the X for the intentional, it wouldn't have surprised me a bit.
Need to make these free throws. You talked about it, Jordan. This is very important down the stretch. We're up by 3, got a chance to push it to 5 here.
First one by Brown. Back iron, no good. ICC is forcing turnover after turnover. Got to capitalize off the free throw line and out in transition. I wish I had a stat broadcast in front of me to tell you how many turnovers there had been. If I was ballparking it, I'd say 25.
I think you're correct. And that's why we're ahead in the game.
That's the difference so far here tonight. Big free throw here by Brown. Try to push out the lead. Back iron, no good again for Brown. He was so good off the free throw line in the first half, struggled a little more here in the second half. 3-point lead for ICC, 3:20 to play. Got a good one brewing here down the stretch. This game has definitely tightened up. Into the lane. Now kick off corner to Gibson, who goes right behind his back to his left, working down to the post. Pittman off right side lays it in good. Has found just a little sliver of spot to step into. Got it to the glass and laid it up with the right hand.
58-57. Indians up. 3 minutes left in the ball game. Indians by 1.
Jones, Wallace, Mitchell, Brown, and Stacy are the 5 on the floor here for ICC. 4 guards surrounded by the forward and Mitchell, but Brandon Brown will play down low. He gets the basketball off the left side block. Tons of contact. Now comes out to Mitchell for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes to ICC's Jones, and he'll pull it out and let the offense reset. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jones has it out top. Goes left, now back right, top of the key. Stacy pulls the three, right side wing, front iron, no good. Brown in there on the floor fighting for the rebound and nothing to do with it. East Mississippi controls the ball now into the front court. Pittman fakes the pass, steps inside the lane. Now gives back to Butler, who comes right side. He pulls it out now. Right side corner to Ja'Cory Smith. Smith's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls on him. Skip pass all the way across the floor to Pittman. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Goes back right, now between the legs, into the lane, off the logo, puts up, rolls around, in and good. Pittman taking over a little bit here late as a whistle and a timeout now, I think, by Coach Begley for East Mississippi. 59-58, EMCC leads, 1:53 to go. We'll take this break and we'll come back with the remaining 2 minutes in the contest. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy.
Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
EMCC leads it by a point with 1:53 to go as a tight contest down the stretch. As the offensive identity, Jim, just completely changed for ICC in the second half. They forced the basketball down low on the offensive end through Brandon Brown, and that's what allowed them to cut a 14-point halftime deficit. They've led by as much as 3. Now it's a 1-point game with 1:53 to go.
The energy that Brandon Brown and T.J. Wallace have brought here second half has got us in great position. Only down by 1. We got the ball, 1:53 left in the ball game.
ICC has been able to force turnover after turnover from East Mississippi. They haven't had to do anything special either to get that. It's just been a half-court set most all night. They've just been active in the passing lanes, knocking the ball loose. They haven't been able to capitalize with points off all of those turnovers, though. So let's set the floor. It's Jones, Wallace, Mitchell, Brown, and Stacy out there for ICC as we go down the stretch. In the corner to Mitchell. Skip pass to Wallace out top. Goes with left hand back to Mitchell, who goes left hand down the baseline. Back to Stacy. Now back up top to Wallace. Into the lane. Loses handle of the basketball, and EMCC has it. Out front comes Pittman. One-on-one, trying to get it out top, and he's fouled by Hunter Stacy. And that's a spot where you got to foul.
Got to foul. Got to stop the layup.
Pittman, who's come off the bench here in the second half and has 6 points, has really been the pulse for East Mississippi over the course of the last couple minutes.
Matter of fact, he scored the last 4 points for East Mississippi. They got a 1-point lead shooting free throws here. 59-58, East Mississippi by 1:27 left in the ball game.
We gave you the floor for ICC. The floor for East, Arico Gibson, as well as Blake Butler, Trevante Pittman, who misses the front end there on the free throw, Makeem Roberts, and then way back here on the other end of the floor, who they're pleased saying, don't get another foul on you. You got 4.
Yeah.
That's Ja'Cory Smith. He has 4 personals. Second free throw from Pittman is in and good, so the lead's back out to 2 for East Mississippi. 1:27 to go as we come down the stretch.
60-58, Indians down by 2 with the ball.
Brandon Brown with it all the way out top. Haven't seen this look much tonight. He's been down around the low block most of the night. Now he's going to give off, fakes the give to Jones, now keeps it. Right side wing, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Has a screen from Mitchell, goes away from it, tries to go behind his back, loses the ball, and East Mississippi takes the turnover.
A minute left in the ball game. East Mississippi with the ball with a 2-point lead.
Just trying to do a little bit too much there on the offensive end for Brandon. Not one pass there on that offensive possession. It's just a bit of a struggle that time down. Butler wants to go down low, gives to Roberts, now back to Pittman in the corner. Being defended by Wallace. They got it to the block with Smith. Smith goes up right hand, no good, but is fouled and punches the ground in disbelief. He thought he hit that hook shot. Fouls on 14, Mitchell. His second personal, team 6th, but it won't matter here. It's a 2-shot foul for Smith. And Jim, by my count, Smith's 2 of 2 off the line tonight.
Right, he's got 11 points so far tonight.
He's 2 of 2 tonight. He was 0 of 3 a week ago tonight against Northwest. This is 2 big ones right here. A chance to make it a 2-possession game. First one, up and good.
He's evidently been practicing.
So since ICC took the 3-point lead, it's been a 7-0 run for East Mississippi to come back and take their own lead. Smith with the basketball. Second free throw upcoming. Up. It's bottom of the net, good as well. So a 4-point lead here for EMCC with 43 seconds remaining. 2 possessions for the Lions. Contact on Brandon Brown, no call. Now back up top to Mitchell. Got to make something happen. You got to score twice at least. Brown has a look down low, operating off the block, puts it up off right side, in and good. Cuts the lead to 2, and Coach Eric Bozeman will take a timeout. We'll keep it here during that timeout. 2-point lead, 62-60 with 30 seconds remaining. The ICC BSU is a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. They meet on Monday nights at 7:07. Make sure and give them a follow on Twitter at ICC BSU, as well as the ICC Wesley Foundation. You can search ICC Wesley on Facebook or Instagram to learn more. They are located right across from us here in the Davis Event Center. They meet on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock. 30 seconds remaining, a 2-point lead for EMCC. ICC's done a great job forcing turnovers all night long. Man, Jim, it'd be great to get one right here early.
We need another one. Brandon Brown's come to play. He's got 23 points tonight. We get the ball underneath to him. He's making things happen. As you mentioned, 62-60. Lines up by 2 with the ball. We got to play good defense. As you mentioned, we need another turnover here, Jordan.
That free throw line just not been very kind to the Indians again tonight down the stretch. It's had an opportunity to push the lead out a little bit more. Couldn't do it off the charity stripe. But they still got an opportunity. You were down 14 at the half. You got an opportunity to win.
Got a chance. And talking about free throws, last 4 or 5 minutes, we're 2 for 7, and they're 6 for 8.
So a little bit of a difference there as Kean Mims checks into the game for the Indians, as well as Deshawn Berry. It's Berry, Mims, Jones, Brown, and Mitchell on the floor for ICC. Full court press coming. You try to trap the basketball, first force a turnover. If you can't, then you've got a foul. And Coach Begley realized there that they were having trouble getting the basketball against across the center line. He calls a timeout. Let's just keep it right here. I'd hate to miss any of this action. It's been so good down the stretch. 22.6 seconds remaining. 62-60 EMCC leads. They led it all the way until the 3-minute, I guess it was the 4-minute mark. ICC took their first lead. They led it by 3 for a couple of minutes, but EMCC came back storming, took the lead back by 2. But, you know, I can imagine Billy Begley over there tonight. He's going to be happy to escape with a victory if he has the opportunity to, but he's going to be frustrated about the sloppy play, specifically from the turnover perspective from his Lions here tonight.
No doubt about it, Jordan. If they wouldn't have their 20 or 25 turnovers, it would not be a close game right now. You mentioned we're down by 2, 22 seconds left in the ball game. If we foul them, it's a 1-and-1 situation.
Yeah, 6 fouls for ICC, 10 for EMCC. So not a foul to give type situation for the Indians, as 22 seconds on the clock. Shot clock is turned off. So, again, I feel like you're probably going to see that press again that was set up a moment ago. If you can't stop the basketball, if they break it, you've got a foul. And hope they miss at least one off the stripe. Same lineup both ways out there, both teams. As it's Gibson, Pittman, Butler, Wilson, and Smith on the floor for East Mississippi. They're able to break the press out front. That's a really good foul, though, by ICC, as they had a 2-on-1. They got it into the hands of Smith off the right side, but ICC is able to get a foul. Good wherewithal by Deshawn Berry to know, hey, I got a foul right here. I'd rather foul Pittman than Smith. Pittman's 1 of 2 off the line tonight. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 here. First one by Pittman, rattles around, no good. Rebounds, fought for. Brandon Brown's got it, and he's fouled. He's fouled probably 65 feet away from the basket. He's going to the line for 2 shots and a chance to tie the game.
We mentioned it. It's a 1-and-1 for them. They missed the 1-and-1. We got the rebound. We get to shoot 2 shots here. We can tie the ball game with 15 seconds left of the ball game.
4th foul on Pittman, as it was a very awkward rebound. It came way off. Brown, as we talked about earlier, did a great job in getting over there to secure it and was fouled in the process. First free throw, back iron, no good. The shot just was as flat as it could be there, looking for a little bit of air under it. So we'd expect ICC off the free throw to go immediately into a press, try to trap the basketball. Second shot by Brown, in and good. and Coach Bozeman is going to take a timeout. I think he had one remaining. He's going to burn that one right there. We got a 1-point game, 15.5 seconds remaining. Jim, here's why it's important to make that second free throw there, is that allows you to go into a full court press. They have to inbound the basketball. They don't get it off a fluke rebound and get it up the floor in a hurry. And even if you foul here, I mean, you got to foul if it comes in, and if you don't stop it or force a turnover, you foul. At the worst, they're only up 3. You got a chance to tie it.
1-1. And when do you foul them? I think you maybe foul them right around the 10-second mark if you don't get a steal. Gives us time to get the ball and get down the court.
And that's probably what Coach Bozeman's having a conversation with his guys over there is priority number 1, stop the basketball, force a turnover if you can. They've been turnover prone all night long. If you can't force the turnover, well, then you got to foul. And if you can foul, try not to foul Ja'Cory Smith.
Right.
He's been really good off the line tonight.
62-61, East Mississippi up by 1. They have the ball, 15.5 seconds left in the ball game.
Well, it's a 14-point lead for the Lions at the halftime break. ICC led it for a couple of minutes down the stretch. But a 1-point game with 15.5 seconds. It's been a tale of 2 halves. I know we've said it before, but we have to say it again. First half belonged to the Lions. Second half has solely belonged to ICC. So Brown, Jones, Berry, Mitchell, and Mims on the floor for ICC. Smith, Butler, Roberts, Mccutchen, and Gibson will throw the basketball in for the Lions. Full-court press for ICC. They get it in to Butler. Ball's knocked loose to Deshawn Berry. Berry gives off the right. Jones goes up. Ball knocked loose. Mims gets the basketball back in his hands, and my goodness, they get him in an over-the-back call.
I thought Mims got fouled.
I thought Mims got fouled as well.
I thought Mims was going to shoot 2. I missed that.
That's a tough call to make in a 1-point game with 10 seconds to go. It's Mims. I didn't see any contact off the rebound. I thought he just came down with the basketball. It looked like he got hit as he went back up.
Jordan, we're still in this. We're only down 1. They're still shooting 1+1. 10 seconds left in the ball game. East Mississippi shooting from free throw line, 1+1. They're up 62-61.
So at the worst, they'll be up 3 after the free throws. Gibson, 1-1, 3 of 5 on the year from the free throw line. Here it comes. First shot, rolls around, no good. A bucket wins for ICC. Brandon Brown, 5 seconds on the clock as he crosses the half-court stripe. Into the lane, off the left side, pulls up, ball knocked loose, and Rico Gibson holds it. No call. He spikes it after the win, and that's a big win for East Mississippi there. As Brown got it into the lane, he had a look off the left side. I think Gibson was able just to put a hand on it and strip it, and ICC had the ball, had a chance, couldn't get a shot off.
Great effort by the Indians. Just came up a little bit short, 62-61. I like what we saw second half. Very enthusiastic, very physical, played very good, just couldn't find a way to get the last bucket. Give East Mississippi credit. They win 62-61.
A lot of work for ICC to get back into that game, and they had an opportunity. There's lots of teaching and coaching moments in this one for ICC. You got to be better off the free throw line. You can't dig a 14-point deficit at the half. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the Renaissance Bank post-game report. 62-61, though, East Mississippi escapes. And let me emphasize the word escapes barely with a win here in Fulton. We'll be back with more right after this. This is the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means he's got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy.
Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
62-61, East Mississippi is able to leave Fulton a winner after the ICC had a good look at it there at the end. Couldn't make anything happen with it. And East Mississippi was able to stroll out of the Davis Event Center with a 1-point victory. This is the Renaissance Bank post-game report. Jim Ingram alongside Jordan Smith here. We'll kind of give you a picture as to what has happened over the course of the first half and the second half because it looks like two completely different stories. ICC trailed at 38-24 in the first half, could make absolutely nothing happen on the offensive end. First part of the second half, though, it was the TJ Wallace show as he got hot from three, hit 3 threes, and got ICC back into it all the way to the 4-minute mark where ICC actually took the lead. They led it by 3 points with 4 minutes to go, but then the free throw bug showed up again. Could not make the free throws down the stretch to stay out front. Jim's going to share some stats with us here in a minute, but I think 17 of 34 is what I heard off the free throw line.
That's correct.
There, and 2 of 9, I believe, down the stretch when he had opportunity to improve the lead and put the game on ice down the stretch. So, definitely some coaching moments in this one. Definitely a tough way to lose one, but you saw signs of life. You saw the offense really form a new identity there in the second half. And 3 games, 6 halves into the year, I would say that second half we just saw was the best half we've seen so far.
No doubt. We've talked about showing some confidence and being aggressive, and that's what we did second half. Played some very good basketball, made a run. As you mentioned, we were down by 14. Got 13 extra points than they did in the second half. Wasn't enough.
Jim, let's go ahead and take a look at that scoring column.
Scoring column, again, East Mississippi won 62-61. They were led tonight by Ja'Cory Smith, had 14 points. Blake Butler had 12, did not score second half. He did have 12 points for the ball game. Newsom had 6. Romeo Sanders came off the bench, chipped in 7. Gibson had 8 points. Tremont Mitchell came off the bench, got 7 points in the second half. Again, they had 62 points. Leading tonight for the ICC Indians, Brandon Brown had 24, had an outstanding ball game. Rod Jones had 13. Deshawn Berry had 6. Walter Hamilton had 2. Hunter Stacy got 1 point tonight. Shermanis Mitchell got 1. And TJ Wallace hit some big threes. Second half ended up with 15 points. We mentioned in the free throw line tonight we were 17 of 34. East Mississippi was 13 of 19.
So, there's your game. You look up at the scoreboard after, you lose by 1, you miss 17 free throws. At the end of the day, you do a couple things different there, you probably get a little bit different outcome. But nonetheless, saw some signs of life there in the second half. Hopefully some momentum stays in that locker room because you're off Monday, but then you got one of the biggest ones of the year coming up on Thursday. So next Thursday night, the men take the road up to Boonville to face Northeast. The women will be on the home floor for the first time. They'll have Northeast here next Thursday night. Jim and I will be here for the call. And we'll see if Adam or anybody heads up to Boonville for that one. We'll have reports for you at the bare minimum, and we'll have probably stick with the Northeast broadcast for that one next Thursday. So the men fall to 1-2 on the year, 1-1 at home. East Mississippi improves to 2-0. But I know Coach Bozeman and his guys will be ready to see East Mississippi again. They came out of the gate slow tonight, did not play very well in the first half, played a lot better in the second half. They think they got an opportunity to win.
I agree with you. I think Coach Bozeman's probably pleased with the effort, especially second half. Yes, we came up 1 point short, but he played very well. We played very well in the second half, only lost 62-61.
So that's the story here from the Davis Event Center. East Mississippi, a 62-61 winner over ICC. We'll take off a week. We'll be back with you next Thursday night here as the women face off against Northeast, and we'll look to get a win against the rival. Enjoyed it tonight, guys. Thanks, Adam, for steering the ship with us, engineering the broadcast. Jim, good job as always. Enjoyed being with you. I'm Jordan Smith. Thanks to Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, CJ, all the guys there with sports information. Head over to ICC Images tomorrow. Check out some of those pictures they took tonight as we had a good broadcast and enjoyed being here with you guys tonight. Any game we can get in this COVID era is a good game to get in, so it's always good, even if you lose by a point, to get out there on the floor and play. So that's the story from the Davis Event Center tonight. 62-61, East Mississippi wins. We'll talk to you next Thursday night, airtime at 5:15 before a matchup with Northeast. Good night from Fulton.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.